Welcome back to another Off-Centered, bi-weekly Off-Centered. It's been 3 weeks, I think, for us with the holidays completely taking over life. Boys, how we doing?
Doing good.
Good.
How was everybody's Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's?
Thing of the past.
Seems like it was forever ago.
Yeah. Everything went well. No arguing, no bickering. Nobody hated anybody. Yeah, for my family, it's a big deal.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, it was pretty low key for me. Honestly, I unplugged for 10 days. It was really nice. Just kind of did a little bit of content stuff, but for the most part, it was all about the fam. It was good. It was good. My dad turned 70, so.
Where'd y'all go to eat?
We're getting old. We're getting older. We went to like a little Italian place that he likes in Lutz. Actually, it's not in Lutz. It's right off of Amelia. It's actually like more downtown-ish. But yeah, it was good. I can't remember Gino's.
Yeah,
Gino's,
Gino, Ivarone's, something like that.
Yeah.
Bella's.
It was good. I guess that's one of their spots that they like. I'd not been there before, but yeah, it was pretty good. It's hard to, when you got wine and pasta and all that good stuff. It's like it's hard to not like it.
True.
All right, well, let's say hello to Ricky. What's going on? The Pick Six Card Bros are in. I said bros, plural. I think it's just one person.
It's one person.
Brad Noble in the house. On time, Brad Noble. And Football Card Finder is the same as Ricky. Same person. So thank you for logging in on both accounts. Appreciate you.
Ricky.
What's up, dude? Crazy Kev in the house. All right. Sweet. So what's going on, guys? Are you buying cards still, or are you guys completely out of the hobby now? What's the story heading into 2026? Is everybody out, or what? Steve still hasn't made a video since NAM.
It's frustrating to try and buy cards through EQL, so that's disappointing.
Who got a Stranger Things box other than me and Neo? Did you get one, Ham?
I did not. No, they told me it sold out after it checked me out.
I never buy new product ever. Buy new product, and I'm like, guys, what? And then I was like, oh damn, this thing starts at like 12. And I actually reached out to you all on the group chat. I'm like, is this an EQL where I'm just joining a line and then at random I'll be able to like buy it? And Ham's like, no, it's basically like first come first serve. And I was like, oh shoot, I was actually at the post office in line, so I'm trying to like get done, and so I'm like getting out there so I can actually buy the thing. So we go to checkout. I go to checkout sitting in my car. Like, this isn't so bad. You know, this is actually pretty easy, like pretty smooth. I don't know why everyone's complaining about not being able to buy this stuff. Well, the other thing too is not, and again, this is my bad. We don't know the prices on this stuff until it arrives on the screen, which was fun. And so it pops up at $299 a box. And I think you had talked about it too. I just assumed that there was like 12, 24 packs. Like there was actually like a decent amount of cards. It's 10 cards. $300.
One pack.
It's
basically they cut
cards.
out all the common base cards and just
it's the Breakers Delight box.
The Breakers Delight box.
So are you guaranteed a hit in that?
You're guaranteed an auto and you're guaranteed a mem.
Okay.
So I mean, it's like a hobby box, basically.
And a numbered card, I think.
Well, it's better than a hobby box.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe it's fine. I guess the checklist will be the thing that matters. Like, did they print a lot of it or not? Maybe they just didn't print a lot of it.
The auto is short.
Yeah.
The worst auto is Chrissy by a mile.
That's one I'll get.
And then after that,
number to one, it's okay.
After that, it's like halfway decent.
Okay, so I'm at the checkout on this thing, and it says, "Sorry, we can't ship to your address." And I'm just like, I can't wait to make this video about how Topps cannot ship to North Carolina.
Oh, yeah, I was in the text message when we were talking about this.
I can't wait to make this video about how I lost out on this product because they can't ship to North Carolina. I can't wait. But then I saw other people ran into the same problem, and then we just like refreshed the thing, and then it was fine. But it was nerve-wracking, man. That's stressful. Good Lord. Yeah. I don't know how people actually like get up to, like, Neo, I think you join like every single drop. I don't know how you do that. I'd have like a heart attack.
The worst try and get Sapphire is that you don't know, is what you said at the top. You don't know the price, and you don't even know the box format, especially on this stuff that hasn't existed before. And you essentially have like 3 seconds to make a decision.
Yeah.
It was
So that was
box or buy a case. Or buy a case for $3,000. Boom.
I was
There
waiting
go.
on the 4-minute timer, and I was on my second phone, my work phone, looking up like the product format because I didn't want to close the window that I had open on my
Exactly.
regular phone. And then that's when I saw it was 1 pack, and I was like, "Do I even want to buy this for just 1 pack?"
That's why I said, "Ouch." I was like, but
Yeah,
when you look at it, like the cost of a hobby box, you're guaranteed the auto and the mem. I mean, that's more than what a hobby box usually delivers anyway. Plus, the rest are, I believe, 10 total hits in the pack or something. There's a certain amount of hits beyond just mem and relic that are guaranteed.
I think it's auto, mem, and then like a parallel.
Yeah. So I mean, again, you're just cutting out all the crap inside of a hobby box and just getting the hits, basically, which I think is going to be the future format of the majority of the product. That just keeps coming out because it's going to cost less to print. They get the same money for it.
Like specialty type stuff like Stranger Things.
No, I'm talking about.
You think they'll do that for like Topps Chrome basketball?
I think you'll start seeing more of that stuff. Yes.
Really?
It'll infiltrate the rest of it. I mean, right now they're learning a really quick lesson with a lot of the Topps Chrome that's on the shelf still. People, I mean, even Marvel Topps Chrome is at my Target. I can go walk in right now, buy 4 or 5 blasters. People are saying, okay, $40 is too much. Now they don't care because at the end of the day, the next week or two, it'll just dwindle itself down by the onesies Tuesday, and they still sell the product. So it's not like we're going to see it go on clearance in 3 months. It's just going to slowly dwindle itself back down.
So Topps doesn't care because they already sold it to Walmart. But what'll happen is, like, if Walmart does have to discount it all down, then they might just order less. You know, like as time goes on, if they're stuck with a bunch of stuff, then it'll be like, okay,
that's the Panini product right now is not moving at all. Like our vendors are sliding all that crap to one side, and when they come back in to reset the station, all of that shit is still right where they left it.
Yeah, but is Topps directly dealing with Walmart?
I'm pretty sure Topps and Walmart
through like
Target
MJ Holdings and
that's what I'm saying. They're going through the distributors, MJ Holdings.
Yeah, the distributor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought that they had a direct relationship.
The way they work is they don't sell the product directly to Walmart. Neither does MJ Holdings. What they do is they rent the shelf space from Walmart.
Yeah.
So it's MJ Holdings actually selling the product.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember Michael Rubin said 20% of the allocation goes to big box retailers like Walmart and Target. So however it gets to them, maybe there's a middleman, but
it goes to the middleman.
That 95% of hobby product is not going direct to consumer.
That is not going to be forever, man. I just don't see that happening. Like, I don't know.
No, I agree. It's not forever, but I do agree it's for the next 2 to 5 years. So that feels like forever.
Longer.
I think there's going to be a hiccup somewhere
because they're just going to. The problem is we are the generation that opened our own packs. The new generation is now trained on not opening their own packs. So we're aging out and they're aging up, and anyone new coming in is going to be trained on no, you don't open your own packs. You join a break.
Well, you're telling me, guys, we just need to retrain these people. We just need to retrain everybody.
We do that with Pack Wars once a month here at the shop down the street from us, and that's packed. I mean, there's 50 people in that little store, and we're just basically opening boxes and everybody getting in at a pack price, and then ripping the product. What's nice about that, you get to keep 1 card per pack, and then whoever gets the prize card gets the rest of the product.
Yeah, Football Card Finder. I missed him at the last. So 2 weeks ago, he was at the Raleigh show, and I missed him there locally. I went to the Raleigh show again here this past weekend on a Sunday, like right before football was going to start, and it was slammed. And it was it's Pokemon and sports, but I was really surprised to see Sunday busy because I usually go on Saturdays, and Sunday was just like, it was nuts.
No, is that the same show that I've gone with?
But it's bigger now though. Since you came it's been a couple years, right?
Yeah, it's been a couple years. It was held in that I don't know if it's like
the Steve Kerr building,
like a fairgrounds or something.
Yeah. So now they're just there's a bunch of buildings on that fairgrounds property, and now they're just using basically like larger ones for it. Okay. It's funny. There was also like a military what was it? It was like ammunition show. My youngest son was like, Dad, we need to go and check out like the military show. And then like 1 week there was like some other model train show, and I was like, damn, we actually should have gone to the model train show. That's actually sounds
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, we had the reptilian show next to the last fairground show. That was on the other
Tampa's
side of
always
it.
Tampa always has. There's like a reptile show 7 days a week in Tampa. With
It's either a gun show or a reptile show or a toy show.
If you need to buy lizards, man, they've got them for you down in Tampa, or snakes. They got them.
That's where Ham goes to those fishing shows. That's how he gets his picture taken with fish.
Yeah, you get paid. You get pulled right out of the water.
He's
Take
like,
a nice
hey,
picture with it, put it back in.
It's not even a real fish. It's a cardboard cutout.
That's like the pony that all of us took a picture on. It was the same pony everywhere in the country.
What's everybody's take on card show promoters? So Neo probably knows a few. Neo knows a few promoters in his area. What's your take? I don't know what the question is on this.
Yeah, I don't really know what the question there is. I mean, there's good ones and there's bad ones, just like anything else.
Yeah. I feel like their job is pretty easy right now. Like they almost don't even have to do a whole lot of promoting. But I know there's a lot of competition in shows though now too.
Yeah.
How are your Tampa shows doing?
Fantastic. I mean, the show we just recently had was our Clearwater show. That's one of our Saturday shows. Friday was actually busier than Saturday, and Saturday was very busy. So for a Friday to be busy, because that show starts at like 2 p.m. on a Friday and goes to 8 p.m. For that to be busy and people to either, and it might have been because maybe not everybody's back to work yet, and so you had that kind of little overrun. Usually Friday's a little bit slower, and Saturday's just gangbusters. I think a lot of people that have been getting into this stuff are trying to get into it even a day in advance just to try to get ahead of buying, purchasing, flipping, whatever they're doing with it. Because you still have people doing stuff like that. Just it's not like people are walking in and buying tables out. Even though when I was there Saturday, there was a group of 5 guys putting together pricing a collection of nothing but flawless and impeccable cards that somebody looked like they opened literally 10 or 12 of these briefcases. They had all these cards, and they were just another guy there that was buying it was paying them to price it out based on comps. Like that's all they were doing the entire time I was there at the show on Saturday. That group of people.
Shout out to Weedy7 who had some good pulls over the Christmas holiday. He asked if anyone pulled anything good. We're not, and he said something. You ain't old ladies getting your hair done. We might be equivalent. We're kind of the equivalent of that.
So yeah,
we're mid 40s. You got guys that are married that are just trying to get by. What, Steve?
No, I was going to say I'm chasing a couple cards out of a product that I actually like. I couldn't officially just put a bounty out on a card, and honestly, I don't even know. I don't even know if you would consider it cards, but it's the Leaf photographic set. I don't know if anybody in the comments or in the chat or anybody watching is familiar with that set because we haven't talked about it a lot. But I remember when you were texting in the group text and talking about the Stranger Things product, and I was like, man, for $300, I'd rather pay $200 to $250 and get a Leaf photographic pack. So
those are cool, yeah.
Yeah, they're the now there's like over 2,500 in that set. They're all one of ones because I guess they're not cards that are actually made. They're just a Polaroid that's slammed into a oversized card. It's like an Allen and Ginter card, where they have the frame card in the center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the checklist for me, somebody who loves pop culture and grew up in the era of when a lot of this collection was being put together, there's just names, iconic names and stuff in there that I want really bad. But
how are they on the secondary market, Steve?
If you go on eBay, the buy it nows aren't really any lower than like $330 a box. If you do like a break.
What about the individual cards?
It depends, because you can get
what are the big ones?
There's almost 3,000 in the set.
But I mean, is there I think isn't there like Muhammad
Ali? Muhammad. Yeah, I've seen the Kobe Bryant.
The Muhammad Ali has been pulled and sold. It's sold for $525.
What the Kobe Bryant sell for? I know a Kobe's been pulled.
The Kobe's been pulled. I haven't seen it listed.
Okay.
It's cheap for an Ali, but I don't.
I bought two packs because on eBay you can get them buy it now around the $330 on average, which is high. That's also like breakers cost. If you go on a break and you want somebody to open one for you, because what I've been trying to do is I've been watching the breaks. Not because I want to buy in, but because once I know certain ones are pulled, I either know to look for them on the secondary market, or I know, which I look every day anyway, or I know I'm not buying anymore for myself. I've bought 2, and I got I got which at the time I didn't know, but his name was Steven Van Sant. Chat, you guys can tell me if you know Steven Van Sant fame or where you think he's most famous from. Anyway, I showed my wife and she was like, "Oh my God, it's Steven Van Sant." Me, I was like, "Who's Steven Van Sant?" But
the wildest thing that happened over Christmas break is to find out that Steve has never watched The Sopranos.
Well, that's the thing, is that he's like one of the fan favorite characters on The Sopranos.
I don't even understand how you've never seen it.
But his original fame is
To be fair, he looks really young in that card, so I didn't recognize him on the card.
But his original fame is the E Street Band. He's the guitar player for Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
And nowadays he does a lot of stuff with radio DJing and stuff. But I sold that.
Just side note, I went and saw Bruce Springsteen not that long ago, and they had like close up of them on the stage, and I'm like, that's the friggin' guy from The Sopranos. I was like, I was locked in on that. I had a bunch of drinks, and that was like the only thing that I could really like focus. I'm like, that guy looks exactly like the Sopranos character, and it is him. So yeah.
And the thing about them all being one of ones is that if there's a super fan looking for something that you can kind of put a time frame on some of these just by how they look, and when this lady was collating this collection when she was doing her thing. Because you can Google information on this collection that was sold and bought by Leaf and get more information than you actually get from the sports card websites, because apparently this collection was a well-known collection. Some of the cards or some of the photos have her name on them, like they signed them to her. I find that a little less desirable, but for some people, with it being with her being a known person collecting these, it doesn't matter. And some of the autographs are different. Everybody seems really young. Like everybody's really young in these photos. So you can tell these autos are dated. Like you saw the Steven Van Sant. I mean, I sold it for $450. On average, his autos go for about $125. If you want to buy a Funko Pop of his character, Silvio or whatever his name was, Silvio, it's can run you $200 to $250.
Is that an auto, Steve? Is that an auto that they signed? Like, just kind of going to what you're talking about, is it something they signed a while ago, or is it like an auto they added on to the car?
No, she took Polaroids of people in the moment, had them sign them.
Damn, that's cool.
So she had an instant photo and would hand it to them, and they would sign it. Yeah, and she really traveled, and I don't know if she was a journalist or a photographer or what, but she has photos from all walks of life.
Leaf's pretty genius to get a hold of that. That's
it went off at an auction, and I think they paid like $180,000 for the set for all of them. Which,
and then just package them up in a product.
Now some of if you look up the history on the set or on her collection, there's some names that were in that collection of hers that are not on the Leaf checklist, and I think that's because probably some stuff was either handpicked out by her family, or maybe they just sold the duplicates. I'm not really sure. But it's cool. It's a cool concept, and you're guaranteed to get a 101 auto that could be really good. Or, I mean, some of the ones that they advertise on the website for Leaf that are in there that, to get people to buy is like a Jim Henson, Robin Williams, Tom Hanks, Chris Cornell, which is one of the ones that I'm after. Yeah. Eddie Van Halen.
There's some big names in it, actually.
Eddie Van Halen, which is one I'm after. But again, I sold that Polaroid of mine for $450, like I said. And they typically his autographs go for about $125 on a regular item. Somebody wanted it. And he signed it with a different signature. Nowadays, he signs Steve Z. If you look at all of his modern Soprano stuff. But back then, he signed it Little Stevie, because that was what Bruce Springsteen and them's nickname was for him in the band. So it's a different signature from a different era. So that could also add a little bit more desirableness to it also.
Steve, what's it going to take to get you to watch The Sopranos? What do we have to do?
I mean, I've got to watch Stranger Things. My wife's finished it. She was like, "I'm not waiting for you."
That's what I thought. You guys had watched that. Yeah, so maybe it's your wife that had watched it.
You've never seen any seasons of it, or you mean like the current season?
Oh no, I watched all the way up to the current season, and then the current season came out. The new season came out, and she was like, "It's time to watch." And every night she'd be like, "You want to watch an episode?" And I'm like, "No, don't feel like doing other stuff, or I'm going to the gym or something." And so she just was like, "I'm just going to watch it. You can watch it on your own time." I probably won't watch it till May because,
Dear Lord.
because I booked my Japan trip and I have a 14-hour flight, and so I need something to keep me occupied on a.
When are you going?
Flight. The month of May.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're booked. My wife has been actually like looking at all the different options for that too. We're gonna go in June or July.
Okay.
So we won't cross over, unfortunately, but
You're gonna go to Japan the same month as the National?
probably June. Yeah. If we're gonna go, we'll go like early July, or we'll go June. It's probably gonna be June though.
I have one of those Polaroids back here. I'll show the chat in case they're not sure what the set looks like.
All right, and we got a super chat for Neo here. David Snyder. Neo, does PSA run the risk of losing money if they grade too many cards at a lower price? Is there the sweet spot, money per card, quantity, SLO average?
I mean, I don't think we ever get to a super cheap price again that they have to worry about that. I mean, they could probably be pretty profitable at a low price if I had to imagine, and then just churn a bunch and make the money that way.
It's a thing to take into account when you look at like, okay, sports cards are down at PSA. I mean, there's a couple of different reasons for that. One, TCG has gone absolutely bonkers and they prioritize TCG. The other part is that, you know, if they really need more sports cards and they have capacity, all they have to do is drop the price. You know, like, look at where prices are now compared to where they were historically. And I know for a fact, just because, and you guys know too, just from video comments, there's a lot of people that are just on the sidelines with cards because at 22 or 25 bucks a card or whatever, there's just stuff that's not worth sending in. But if it was 18 bucks, they'd send it. If it was 15 bucks, they'd send a, you know, like once you start playing with the pricing lever, then it's like, they're not worried about getting cards. They're not.
Dave Matthews.
Oh, how many did you buy?
Oh, very cool.
This one I just picked up on the secondary market because this is like my wife's favorite.
So how big? It looks awesome. Big. How?
Yeah, it's a Polaroid. So
Polaroid.
It's about a 5x7. It's a little smaller than a 5x7 because if you buy a 5x7 frame, it doesn't quite fit.
Oh, you have okay. So you have it inside that frame. It doesn't come.
No. This frame
it comes with that.
Comes in. See, it says
comes
Leaf
in the frame.
It says Leaf, and
it
says 1 of 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leaf photographic at the bottom. So they take the Polaroid and put it inside.
That's pretty sweet, man. That might be the best
window.
It's encapsulated, yeah.
That might be the best Leaf product I've ever seen.
So yeah, like the Allen and Ginter's only big. You know, the Allen and Ginter's put the little autograph card inside of the acetate card.
Yeah. It's just a big version of that.
So yeah, it's not like collecting a small sports card. It is oversized, but
that's cool though.
But it's kind of a good mix. And it's all from my generation. There's a Stephen King in there. Don't know.
The names in that set are phenomenal. And there's a lot of them that have more than one autograph.
Yeah, there's a lot of sports ones in there too.
Is there Jim Carrey?
Yeah,
There's not a Jim Carrey.
I would pay huge for Jim.
There is there's a Jim Brown football one, a Walter Payton, and I don't know some of the good. There's a Joe Frazier boxing. There's so many that I can't even like start rattling off the names because I can't remember which ones I've said and which ones I haven't. But I wouldn't mind getting the Dave Grohl out of it because it's from his Nirvana days. The Chris Novoselic is in the set also, but there's no Kurt Cobain. So that's one of the ones that I'm guessing they decided that they did not want to sell with the collection.
Dude, yeah, the Kurt Cobain would go for
there's
like
also
crazy.
There
money.
was also said to be an old Robert Plant and Jimmy Page auto in there, but they didn't make the Leaf set either. So Leaf either bought them and somebody at Leaf decided to keep them, or these are ones that just somehow between somewhere from when the lady collected them to when they got sold, someone in there pulled some out.
That or we might see those as cut autos in a product in the future.
What's a Kurt Cobain like graded auto go for?
You know, I don't really know because I wouldn't just like myself. I wouldn't just go buy a Kurt Cobain graded auto. So never really, cut or auto if anything. Yeah. On the Polaroid, I would love it. I've never
even like on like a CD or something or like an album cover.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I've never had an interest.
I don't know if there is much. You know, like
I'm sure there's not a lot. Yeah, there's probably not a lot. I know the guy that does custom cards has made one. I've seen him do a custom
Well, here's the
Cobain
problem.
auto.
Here's the problem too. When did he die? 92 or 93, or was it? No, maybe it was a little bit later. 94,
later than
95.
that.
But here's the problem: is who's there to authenticate it? You know,
He
like
would have died prior to 95.
Yeah, I mean,
End of
I
94,
was in middle school, so yeah, it was like 93, 94, 95, something like that. But like, someone might say, "Oh, I got this Kurt Cobain autograph." Like, who authenticated it in 1995? Yeah, I mean, maybe PSA was
Nobody.
PSA even authenticating?
Well, you could send it in after the fact. You could send it in now and have one authenticated.
GIA.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah.
So NS Sports Card earlier asked about hockey cards in Tampa with us having a good team.
Yeah, with the Lightning.
They don't sell for shit. Hockey's kind of still a joke down here. We get some of the best looking great cards. Nobody wants to pay big money for them. They'd rather have football, basketball, and baseball.
Brad asked, "What shows are we looking forward to this year?" Ham, you want to start?
National.
The National? Yes, we're all going.
I mean, I'd like to go to a Dallas show this year. Me and Lou Rock were talking about joining up and going over to one of the Dallas shows, and then meeting up with somebody that lives out there.
I'd like to go back
and
to
stay at their place.
Yeah.
So we may go out there and just tag team that for a weekend, or like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Aren't the Dallas shows like normally super really high end though? Like I feel
everybody says
Dallas
that's the best show to go buy stuff and sell stuff.
Yeah, but I think it's the people that you see on YouTube that are vlogging and stuff, and the same people you see. It's the same people you see buying and selling to and from the same people all the time.
Well, I know, like when Bryant comes back from there, he always has unique stuff that you just don't hardly ever see.
Yeah, but
like it's like stuff that comes out of the woodwork, though.
Yeah, but Brian's different. He's setting up at a dealer table, and people are bringing stuff to him at a discount.
I agree.
You know, you can't compare that to me
walking
in the room. Huh?
He pays a lot of money for some of this stuff.
Yeah, I know, but as a dealer, I'm sure he's getting he's buying at a percentage.
Yeah, and then sometimes they're trying to consolidate as well, so they may bring 4 or 5 cars to trade into one. He does seem to move a lot of high-end stuff there.
Right. I mean, if you have lots of money to spend, I'm guessing Dallas would be a great show to go try to find a really nice card. I haven't watched anything on a Dallas show in months, but from what I used to recall was that it was typically people brought their best stuff out to Dallas. It was kind of like if you were looking for something mid to low end, you either had to ask for it and then search boxes in the people's inventory under their tables. I don't mean bargain boxes. I just mean boxes of stuff that they don't put out into their showcases.
Yeah, that you still pull a card out and it says $300 for it. It's just sitting in a
like
I wonder if the $2 million Dallas card show thieves have ever come back and nobody noticed that they were back.
It's possible.
Like
nobody knows who they are.
They've actually just been like wearing they wear a disguise or something. They've been back doing it. They've probably been doing
so Son of El Chapo, he says the last autograph album, I'm guessing Nirvana, sold for about $425, not graded, but is that not graded and no COA? And if it is a COA, it's not one of the top 3 to 4 companies because not even
I did a quick look. There's one Beckett / PSA listed on eBay, none sold, so they must be super rare. Mm-hmm. But it's a band photo signed by all 3 members, and it's listed for $30,000.
Yeah, I mean, a Cobain auto certified by one of the top 3 or 4 companies is not going to be anywhere close to $500. I mean, low, as cheap as $500.
No, that's just
this had Kurt and Grohl.
When it comes to the music memorabilia and stuff and the Hollywood memorabilia and stuff, there's just lots of people who sign that shit on their own and then put it up for sale on eBay. And I don't really think there's many repercussions for it. I don't think that stuff goes to an eBay authenticity.
Yeah. I mean, look at the amount of fake Michael Jordan autographs you see all the time.
Yeah. That's why I couldn't confidently buy a Kurt Cobain autograph.
So sports cards go through I know the rules on sports cards going through eBay authenticity, but I don't know about anything else. And this Dave Matthews photo
that stuff wouldn't go through.
And this Dave Matthews card that I bought off the secondary market, which was off eBay, I paid a decent amount of money for that, above the cost of what it should have been to go through eBay authenticity, and this did not go through eBay authenticity.
I was going to throw this up there. Hakes Auction sold a stage used Smash guitar that he had in 1991. It went for 157 grand. You know, so stuff like this, like the actual memorabilia
signed
stuff.
or not signed?
It's not signed. No, it's just
smashed.
See, my ideal thing would be to have like a Temple of the Dog, or just it could just be a photo of anything. If it was Temple of the Dog, it'd be better. But I'd love to have an Eddie Vedder, Kurt Cobain dual auto on something, and you can find those on eBay, and they'll be like $300-400, and you're like, man, only $400 for that. But it's not. It's not you getting what you pay for. You're not getting a real autograph. Like, you can buy it and say that it's real, and tell your friends that it's real, and tell yourself that it's real to feel good. But at the end of the day, if you ever had to resell it,
It's not gonna feel good.
It's not gonna feel good.
I thought the finale was good too for Stranger Things Orlando. We won't ruin it for Steve, but basically they set it up to where exactly kind of what I thought they might do, and they can just bring these characters back, and that's, I think, what they're going to do eventually.
Oh yeah, right.
You know, I did kind of spoil a little bit there for you, Steve, but
well, no, that's
you
why.
didn't spoil it. You're not going to be able to.
There's no major deaths.
People are telling me that the Prince guy has music
Spoilers
in
for
it.
Steve and all of chat.
Prince has
Pretty
music
reckless,
in it
nothing.
and everything
Well,
else.
if you haven't watched it yet, then what are you doing?
But
Just
Prince
saying.
does not have an autographed Polaroid in this set, and neither does Michael Jackson.
I'd be pissed right now at you if I hadn't
Could you
watched it.
imagine if there was a Polaroid in this Leaf set that was signed by Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, and Smokey Robinson? Well, you know, there are some
today, but decided to get a smoothie instead.
There are some that are signed by multiple people because they happen to be people together, and she got a picture of them in a group. Like there's a I don't know what it looks like, but I saw one that said Bruce Smith and Cornelius Bennett. So she must have been somewhere where there were some Buffalo Bills at and got Bruce Smith and Cornelius Bennett's photo, and they signed it at the same time. Same with Hall and Oates. You can get Daryl Hall and John Oates on one.
Well, yeah, they don't even talk to each other. So
yeah, there's a bunch. I mean, there's a handful of ones where she got photos of people together and had them both.
have you looked when they're doing breaks? Are they just doing based on like first name on the break? Is that how they're just selling spots?
Last name, letter of last name, I believe.
Because I've been in a few breaks recently. I got into one of the Star Wars breaks that they just came out with that set, which is actually a very beautiful set of cards. And they do it based off whatever the first letter is on what's on the back of the card. And what's tricky with the Star Wars, just because Darth Vader's on front does not mean Darth Vader's on back. So it might be Darth Vader like fighting Luke Skywalker, and it'll say dueling battle or battle of duel or whatever. So then they would go to B instead of D. So it's like one of those things, oh, I got a great card, and they flip it over, and Han Solo says, first judge, whatever, and now it goes to F. So it's just like, Jesus Christ.
Is Cab help me out, because I've seen this tag before, but I don't know who that name is because YouTube puts names up weird now. But it says CABD 5150, Cab D 5150. Is that Cam? Cam, is that you? And Josh says Trae Young to the Wizards. Did that happen?
That just happened.
Yeah.
Young to the Wizards, Trae Young. Wow. I remember when Trae Young was the bee's knees back during the pandemic. Anybody going to Strongsville? Neil, are you going now that it's right down the street from you?
I mean, it was right down the street from me
Yep.
before. That's not new. I am going to try to go as long as I don't have any conflicts that weekend, but it's literally 45 minutes from me.
I might be going to. There's a show in Greensboro, North Carolina. I heard is really good. I'm going to try to just focus more on the stuff that's close to me. Orlando. There's actually a pretty decent. Like my local show's just gotten a lot bigger, and it's just like now they do it like every 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm not super motivated to travel outside of the national, and then we'll look at to go to like GalaxyCon Raleigh probably. But I think I just don't see myself. Oh, and we'll go to West Coast Card Show. That's on the docket. But I think that's probably it. For
I did. I can't remember if it happened when we were last on. I did book a hotel for Fanatics Fest and bought a ticket,
go?
so I am going.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
Yeah, you want to be around.
There's too much going on there. There's too much schmoozing to do.
I just know it'll happen if I don't go. I'm sitting at home.
He's got to smooch. He's got to make out with all the dudes out there.
He's gonna be shoulder to shoulder, man. He's got to go be shoulder to shoulder with Justin Gamble.
David Snyder with another question. Neo, do you have a favorite PMG in your collection?
I can
Seems
answer
like
this.
the medals are graded hard by PSA.
I mean, I have a lot. They're all. Yeah, it's a Spider-Gwen PMG because it's the only
Spider-Gwen.
I have like
Neo's
10
got
Gwen
27.
PMGs.
Yeah, 27.
Now, which color?
Spider-Gwen ones.
Which color? I know you have the red one. Did you get any other colors yet? Or
yeah, I
is
have
it still the red?
a ton of them. I have the light, the FX. I have the red, another red.
I missed the old label.
But you have the old one.
Another pink.
But you have the original one. Yeah, there's the original.
I bought that one off you in Atlanta.
That was the red one, right?
Yeah.
The original.
Somewhere. Right here, actually.
That is Cam hiding behind the Cab D 5150.
Yeah. I just want to say, hey, Cam, I was actually thinking about Cam the other day because I was like, I didn't see him at the National this year. I haven't been doing much content, and I haven't made any deals with him lately. And I haven't been able to tell if he's been in the live streams or not. And I was kind of like, man, I wonder how it's been like over a year since I had any contact with him.
Perk
I wonder,
for spoiling.
I wonder if he's still, if Cam, you still on a ton of breaks? I think he's on a break.
Perk, this is a series finale. Like, if you haven't watched it by now, I don't know what. Like, what are you spacing out for? Like, I mean, I watched Landman. I like that.
Steve hasn't watched it yet.
Steve hasn't watched but he hasn't watched.
I don't watch TV, man. Like, I have to I have to have. Like,
I'm just saying it's only been a week.
I
Hey,
said
spoiler,
I said
Mandela
no major
effect
character
happened.
died. I didn't say what happens. I just said
Yeah.
they're going to bring back people.
Spoiler.
That's not a pretty big spoiler. It's
Yeah, well,
I didn't take anything away from it.
so everybody
and
up
look,
to date
even-
that Darth
and even-
Vader
I think we've learned from Marvel, even if someone dies, they can come back in some way.
Yeah, well, there's
like
yeah,
a multi-
They can
everything's
come back as the next big villain.
everything's a multiverse. Everything's a multiverse.
Hey,
now.
quiet about the Doctor Doom stuff.
Everybody knows about that already.
It does.
That stuff's been on TV. You don't even have to watch
Yeah,
the
there's like trailers left. He was on stage at Comic-Con.
Oh, don't tell anybody that X-Men or that Cyclops was in the new trailer.
I don't know if I showed this on the last one, but JW's asking any other new Stranger Things pickups. I picked up a second one of the Duffer Brothers, the Dual Auto from 2018.
I think
So
you showed us off camera.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I don't know if I showed it on camera or not. I put it on Instagram, but they're numbered out of 10. It's the only dual auto from 2018 Topps is this card, and they're both on card autos. So that was one. It's a ghost. You barely ever see it.
Josh, Topps is just getting ready to release another type of Disney product right now.
They release a new Disney set every other week.
Yeah, Disney's
and the new one a high end. It's like a single box of like 5 cards.
Pixar Gold or something.
Yeah, it's just
What?
stupid.
Tell me.
I think
so
that was today, actually. I think that
I'm
came out
genuinely
today.
curious. Last year's was fire. Like, what part is it? Like, which cards out of the set do you really like? Because I think it's interesting when because it's got to be a lot of the same characters, I would assume. So what was what was fire about it for that top?
Because I didn't feel like the imagery in it really like knocked me off.
And I'm
my
not,
socks.
I'm not being judgmental. I'm curious because I know that they're going to come out with multiple sets.
I mean, I like the reflections out of that, but I've liked reflections since they've been in Star Wars anyway. And those were created out of a baseball product in the 90s. And then they just rebranded the name and then came out with a different idea.
I just worry about that stuff holding value. Like, how many times can you make a Mickey Mouse Topps Chrome card over and over and over?
And different versions of Mickey
It's
Mouse
not like
per
sport.
era.
I mean,
where you have like a new crop of rookies every 6 months.
I mean, they do it with Pikachu's and Charizards.
you could say the same thing about the Marvel stuff, I guess.
Yeah, but the artwork is different on those.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Disney's not going to let you all of a sudden just redesign Mickey Mouse like they do Charizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you might see more crossover.
There's
cards. It'd
150
be nice.
different versions of Charizard. There's
Yeah,
there's
and I guess
only
they
one
have
version of Mickey
new,
Mouse.
and they have new characters and all that stuff. Yeah, I guess so.
Well, if they want to get slick, they could do a short print Mickey Mouse's like Darth Vader Mickey Mouse or something and put a helmet on him. That'd be cool. People would buy that.
All right,
but-
Brad's got a question around like the want list. We already know Neo's want list for comic books. Ham, why don't you start? A card, a comic, or an item you're looking for this year in particular? Anything?
Nope.
Well, that was quick. Steve, we'll go to you.
Well, I've already named 2 of the Polaroids out of that Leaf set. I mean, at the National, probably some more like another football rookie from my childhood in a high grade, not vintage, I guess, somewhere along between the late 70s and mid 80s. Maybe I'll eventually just buy a PSA 10 Merino. I don't know, but just something like that. I think last year's national, I went into that national looking for a really old vintage baseball card, like a Babe Ruth or something, which is still something I would like, a Gowdy or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the means to get something nicer, like like some of the chocolate cards. I can't remember the name of the one that I liked, just because I haven't really looked at them into them lately. And I like some of the strip cards too, which I learned about last year. But so I wouldn't mind adding a Babe Ruth card. But when I found the Jerry Rice and then bought the Walter Payton rookies last year, I kind of felt like that was my my zone. I was kind of like, man, these are the cards that resonate with me. I love the vintage baseball stuff, and I like the new pop culture stuff.
One of these bad boys?
Well, I mean, I do if I just want to get a vintage football card to add to my collection. But if I want somebody that a card that I feel like an attachment to, that's not only monetary value, but also has also makes me want to collect it, not just collect it for the value of it.
I'm surprised, Neo, that you still have both of those. How come you haven't moved off of one of them yet?
There's just never been a reason to.
Yeah.
It's like, am I just going to sell it for no reason? Like if
Well, I was just wondering. I mean, there's always something else to buy.
I do want another Bird Magic, Dr. J, the rookie of Bird Magic.
I would like to have one of those
stuff, but you know what?
Like,
you know what you really need, Steve.
What is he now showing us?
Yeah, I know. I'd have it already if I wanted it that bad, Neo, because I can get deals done with you.
Not on this one, you can't.
Just don't bring it, because if you bring it, it's mine.
I'm gonna tell Erica if I die.
The only way.
I'm gonna put in my will that if I die, that card cannot go to you. It has to be sold to anyone else but Steve.
In fact, I might just go ahead and book my room for Fanatics Fest. You can bring that. You can bring that with you. Bring my Undertaker Kane to Fanatics Fest with you.
I mean, one of the cards I would like real quick is I'd like an Emeka Ibuka rookie autograph because he signed with Topps.
Time to get him now.
I can't. There aren't any. All there is
you
going to go.
Or how about Prism's going to come out in a couple of weeks?
It was supposed to already come out. Or
are you going in? Are you excited about? Are you going to get on some breaks for that stuff? Because that's usually something.
I'm done with Panini. I'm done with Panini moving forward.
Oh, just Panini.
No, you said he was signed by Panini.
No. Topps owns Emeka Ibuka's autograph.
Oh, so it's autos.
Yeah. So,
but you don't want any of the Prism stuff. You don't want like Prism Silvers or anything like that.
They're trolling him anyway. If you go look at all his rookie cards, it's the same photo, every set.
Oh, because he didn't sign with them.
Because he didn't sign with them. So go.
So they have the same picture on like 30 different cards.
Correct. And I went and looked at the Prism set just to see what Buccaneers are in it, and basically Mike Evans is the only signer for the whole set, and there's only like 3 Buccaneer cards. So I'm like, what's the point of me even buying any of this shit? Same day with National Treasure.
What do you want Panini
nothing
to do?
in it for me.
Everything.
Well, they should be blowing everything out because they should have a whole bunch of stuff they got to get rid of.
So you want them to pin all? So you want them to put all their garbage out into packs even more?
No,
so
I want them to.
with a bunch
I
of
think
stickers that they got laying in the
product
closet?
should be better this year, leading on their way out than ever before.
Do you think?
Why? What do they care?
That's what
they
I'm
can't
saying.
Keep all this shit.
Keep what?
Or they can't keep the patches for all these players. They're not going to be able to put it into cards anymore.
Dude, they're just patches that are off Walmart jerseys. What are you talking about?
Not for the veterans. They still put actual game use for veterans.
Well, that's why I haven't seen the game use veterans.
We'll just sell that shit to Leaf for
I showed a LeBron one on my cards and cases last week.
LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron. Game used. Panini.
I'll be honest, GST Warriors. I wish that Upper Deck had the Stranger Things license because I mean, Topps does some good. They do some good stuff, but I feel like Upper Deck is probably going to do some really cool things.
You see their new license?
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this guy.
That's gonna be fire.
Yeah,
is it gonna matter unless they have autos? They don't have autos.
when they're supposed to have autos. It's not going to be like
I
that.
haven't seen them say anywhere that they have autos.
Yeah, I'll talk to Billy Friday if he's on the stream with
I mean, here's the
I
thing.
mean, I can email them.
Cam's talking about
just email
They
them.
just haven't said anything about autos.
Cam's talking about agreeing with you about Panini's, final products coming out. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's their last year. I mean, you would think that a company would want to put out the best product that they could put out every year. And then if they did that, maybe they wouldn't be in the situation that they're in now.
Oh, I agree with you. They started,
But now that they're out the door, that doesn't, as a consumer, you hope for the best. And as a consumer, you think they should do the best. But as a business that's, definitely in a downward spiral, how much are they actually going to put into making a product really good?
Well, now they have to compete. So you would think a little bit.
But what kind of compete?
Any compete, because they weren't competing before.
Right. It's going to get even worse. Their product's getting worse. They're losing the licenses.
Well, if they're trying to do
matter
the
how
lawsuit,
good
they
of
need
a
to prove how valuable they are.
Once they lose the licenses, it doesn't matter how good of a product is that they put out. People aren't going to want to buy it because they put out some great baseball product. People didn't want it.
Well, yeah, the only stuff they usually collect out of the baseball is when they have like a bat barrel of Babe Ruth or some crap like that.
Or the big
that they put
cleats,
in, or a cut.
like the big
Yeah.
shoe pieces, the cleats and stuff like that. Those are awesome
Yeah.
cards.
Yep.
But on the secondary market, they don't even draw that much money. You would think that they would. They may be somewhat desirable, but they're not as desirable as if they had the actual team licenses on them.
Oh, no,
Those
I
cards
agree with
would
you
sell
100%.
for 5 to 10x of what they sell for now.
Mhm.
So I feel like, what are they going to do on a sinking ship at this point? I mean, they need to get a license of something that's desirable and make like a super cool set. But even when it comes to autographs, now like Fanatics owns everything and everybody, it seems like. Even if they wanted to get like pop culture people, there's probably lots of people out there that have exclusive deals with Fanatics that aren't even sports players.
They didn't get Robert Downey Jr. for their Marvel thing, which is
No, he's probably. Oh, they didn't. So is he?
They didn't, yeah.
Well, he signed with Rittenhouse. That was when he was signing the old ones, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
years ago though.
Yeah, I don't know if he's under contract with anybody. He just
I don't
probably
think it's
I
too much that
signed.
he's under contract. From what I've heard, is that he charges like an insane amount of money for his signature.
I have a
But
question.
at least put
wouldn't
5 of
check.
those in there.
That's exactly my point. Why, you don't need to have a couple hundred of them. Have him
Yeah.
sign 10 of them and pay
I
his
mean,
fee or whatever.
They don't need to put them in there at all. The box is sold out instantly. and
Yeah,
they're selling
that's
for
a-
huge
yeah,
It was
amounts
just more of
online.
being a complete
That's
product.
what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. Neo.
Well, that's the okay. So that's the problem right there. Is there's too much demand to where they don't have. They can just roll out kind of diluted down stuff.
Smell that, Neo?
I mean, they
Yeah.
did have the Ryan Reynolds,
Reynolds.
Hugh Jackman dual autos are cool. And I
They
didn't
sell
realize
really
that
well.
Ryan Reynolds had individual cards in there, which are on card, even though most of the set is sticker.
Stickers, correct.
So
There's
they went a
enough
little
good
above and
signatures in
beyond with
there.
Ryan Reynolds. He's kind of like the big chase.
Yeah,
That set's cool, but it's just all sticker auto junk.
And Ryan Reynolds is such a goober these days. I don't know.
Now,
Yeah,
the
he's not in a
Ryan
good
Reynolds-
position right now.
his
but
like
the Ryan,
yeah.
the Ryan Reynolds.
I mean, the Ryan Reynolds top
oh.
scrum auto is going for like $3,000. It sells
but-
for more than the old Rittenhouse one.
how much did that big one just sell for, though? There's a
big
red
one?
one that he inscribed.
That wasn't a public sale. I have no idea. I'm just talking
I
about
thought
like
RBI Crew acquired it.
they did, but they didn't. I don't think they said what they
Oh,
paid.
okay. I saw that posted on.
It was on
Was
IG.
anyone of-
Yeah.
It wasn't on IG. I couldn't remember if it was in one of the groups
Yeah.
that we're in.
I saw this too. Yeah, the maximum inscription. I saw that somewhere.
Well, there's a lot of inscriptions. I think anything 5 and under has an inscription on the majority of
But
the
his
autographs.
regular auto in that product is going for $3,000.
Yeah.
Well,
I would
there's-
rather have the upper deck one for
That's what
half.
I'm gonna ask
or
you,
the-
Neo.
I just don't want a Ryan Reynolds autograph. It's just like, yeah, who cares?
So Neo is his upper deck one now. Would you prefer the old one? Remember the old Ryan Reynolds that's similar to your Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, I would almost rather have that for half the price.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
that one. The one that was made by Upper Deck. The old.
It might be
X-Men.
Rittenhouse. I
Rittenhouse.
don't remember if it was upper deck
It
or
was
Rittenhouse.
I think it was Rittenhouse, wasn't
Or
it?
was it Tops? Tops did one of those?
No, actually, I think it might be upper deck
I can't remember.
Yeah, they kinda-
because the Hugh Jackman is upper deck. I think I have it. I have one.
X
floating
gonna
around
give
here
it to you.
Now has that used to be the only, Ryan Reynolds auto card you could get in relationship to somewhat being Deadpool, where he
Oh,
wasn't.
it's actually topped.
That's what I
At
said.
least
That's what I
the Hugh
thought.
Jackman one is.
I thought
it's
it was.
topped.
Yeah, it's tops.
This is I bought this off Kenny Fornos.
Is that the first one? The
This is
original.
the Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, but is that the original? Like his first?
Yes.
Yeah,
This is the first one.
I like that one.
Yeah, this is his best one, I think. I bought that off Kenny Fornos.
What's Kenny doing? Anybody talk to him?
Last time I saw
He
him,
was on with us.
He was
last
here
time
at
I
the
talked
Tampa
to him.
show selling Pokemon.
yeah, last time I talked to him, he was doing
Yeah, he looked like he
Pokemon.
was
He's still
and
doing.
he was-
He's still a buyer, right?
Yeah, he does
Yeah,
have a little
Pokemon.
I think
both.
just TCG now, though.
Yeah, just
He
TCG.
does. I think he does Pokemon on Whatnot. Like
If you
him
got
and
like
one other
some
guy have a
One Piece
stream.
pirate cards to sell him, he's probably all about it.
Yeah, because he'll set up the show and he won't even stay for the whole show. He'll go there, kind of hit the main crowd, and then he's like, "I'm out."
Here's a little Hugh Jackman autograph.
Steve and his Funko Pops.
God, Steve has gone full blown Funko. Good lord,
I
you're
know.
keeping that place in business as they're going out of business.
I'm not buying the Funkos. The Funkos have already been paid for by.
When are
somebody.
you raiding AIH's basement?
Yeah, do they ever sell any of those Funkos, by the way, behind AIH? Because I don't see them ever move.
That was a green screen.
Raul's
said
had the same damn Funko Pops back there for 5 years.
Aren't those his wife's and she's supposed to be selling them?
Something like that.
Wait, that was a story. Really, he's been collecting them, and it's like, yeah, my wife sells them.
Look,
Raul-
my coolest,
The same autograph picture of a Cubs player.
Raul's gonna
coolest
reach
one
out
is
to
my
me on
cheapest one,
Instagram,
man.
but like, what the hell, dude?
my coolest one is my cheapest one.
What is
Jake
that?
Taylor. Jake Taylor from Major League. Tom
Oh, okay.
Berenger.
Oh, Tom Berenger. All right, I starred this one from earlier. Jeffrey Becker photographs. Can we agree that nearly everyone underestimated
Right
the
here with the Joe
demand
Boo
for
doll.
2025 Topps Chrome
Joe Boo.
basketball? Ham?
I don't think everybody did. I think we all knew it was going to go crazy, especially for hobby.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
mean, wait till Topps Chrome football. It's going to make Topps Chrome basketball look
until-
like a little baby.
Wait until Topps Chrome Basketball Sapphire.
Yeah,
Now-
which is getting ready to come out.
Will the next
that's gonna
Topps
guarantee
Chrome
an
football
auto, right?
product-
One
will the
auto
next
per
Topps
box.
Chrome, will the next Topps Chrome football product be licensed?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's
Okay.
going to
Yeah.
actually be for this rookie season. That's
Which,
why I can get an
that
Emeka
just
Buka
passed?
autograph rookie. The one
This
that's
rookie
Yeah,
season
that's
was
current
buns. It was kind of buns for the hobby this rookie season, though.
it was.
There wasn't
It
like
won't
a big
matter.
quarterback.
It's a
big
Topps Chrome
quarterback class
basketball
or
release.
anything.
Except for one man,
Except for one.
My
Tyler,
brother
your
pulled
boy.
that.
Tyler Drew Brees Shuck.
Is that how? Are you going to buy in the breaks with
Oh,
Ziggy
God.
for the Saints?
Quinn Ewers.
Buy
many-
Ziggy's breaks for what?
How
What was
many
it?
Saints breaks are you going to buy into with Ziggy?
With Ziggy, 0. But I've thought about
He'll give you
like,
20%
if the
off.
Saints are dirt
He'll
cheap,
bid
because
you up.
nobody cares. Yeah, and if
Yeah.
nobody cares about Tyler Shuck, I've thought like if I'm ever going to buy into a break, maybe I'll buy into a Saints break. But you know
You'll be
what?
surprised. People will care because he's the only good rookie quarterback.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah. It's him and Shador, I guess, and I get and then
Shador's
Dart,
not even guaranteed to
Jackson
start
Dart?
next year.
Jackson Dart, but
Yeah,
Jackson
Dart would be a bigger chase than Shador by a mile.
I think Dart will be the biggest chase out of the quarterbacks
yeah, maybe, probably.
because he played really well in the market that he's in.
Yeah.
Cam Ward is on Tennessee. I mean,
Speaking of buns, he played horribly against the Saints. But
Cam Ward or Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart.
That'll be
I don't
interesting because
care. I
that
don't
will
care for
come out
Jackson Dart.
after the season's finished. So there's like we already know who's good and who's bad. Like there's no
Yeah,
pre-hype.
no
to it.
prospecting.
Well, that also makes me curious. Like, what are they going to do with the upcoming season? Is it going to be like a really quick turnaround? Like, is it
I'm
just a one
guessing
hit?
that for this past year, that they probably have a limited release.
Yeah.
Like I bet you we don't get the full product run. Like we'll probably get like flagship. We'll probably get Chrome. We'll probably get Sapphire, and maybe
I
a
hope they
handful of
don't,
other
man.
ones.
Because I'm like,
You can still
Tyler
prospect with the
Shuck,
young guys.
Tyler Shuck is the next GOAT, and it's literally 2014, and we're gonna have licensed Panini and licensed Topps Chrome. It's gonna ruin this class. Like even if all these guys are incredible.
Yeah, that's the other interesting thing. If you're actually buying like Tyler Shuck Prism stuff, like you're gonna get double dipped on that because there's gonna be Topps Chrome competing. with it.
You say
It'd
take the
actually be
money
kind of
though.
fun to see like what does a silver prism sell for versus like a refractor.
Well,
Like,
Neo,
I'll
you
that'll
just
be
did a
the
video.
one thing where we have
I'll be doing a video
one-to-one
every week.
comparison.
Neo just
of,
did all your
like,
modern football cards are going to zero video, so nobody needs to buy any of this stuff anyway.
So funny, I posted this on Twitter. I had that video titled like a normal video, like it was just like 2025 football market year in review. And I checked it at the first hour point and it was 10 out of 10 on my YouTube page. And I was like, fuck this. So I changed it to football cards are going to zero. And now it's like, I think it jumped to 3 out of 10.
You got to put this, even as somebody
It's
has
so
not been doing
stupid. It's
content
4 out
and
of
didn't
10
even
right
use
now.
much clickbait, like you have to use the
It's
drop
the
dramatic
stupidest shit
title
ever.
these
And
days.
everyone complains when you put going to zero and all those people click on the video to watch it.
Does
And
the
they
thumb
say,
down
"Hey, you
button
gotta be so
actually work?
negative about it."
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just,
it
it's
does work.
hilarious. I had it titled like a regular ass video and it did nothing. And then I put literally changed nothing else, just put going to zero in the title and it
We'll just say
completely flipped it around.
if you took, I don't know, the money that was put into Jaden Daniels cards last year and instead put that money into Drake May cards, how much you would have made this NFL season. So you can still look at some of the rookie quarterbacks from 2 to 3 years ago and say, hey, I still think, I think the misconception that actually comes from the NFL itself sometimes carries over into the hobby to where you don't have much time to be successful in today's NFL. Like they don't develop quarterbacks and stuff like they used to. So it's kind of like a rookie gets drafted. They play 1 or 2, up to like 3 starting seasons still on their rookie contract. And if they're not a playoff quarterback, they're almost considered a bust, which is somewhat unheard of because even back in the day, rookies didn't even play a snap in their rookie years. Now they're throwing right in. And I know it has to do with salary and how, rookie quarterbacks were getting paid a lot now. Now I know the NFL has worked on that, but there's just no development time. I mean, you could have still made money on Sam Darnold this year.
Yeah.
As somebody who's made,
He's one of the guys that went up. He was one of the guys that actually went up this year.
As somebody who I've bought and flipped Sam Darnold 3 times, and I could have done it a 4th time this year. I still have 2 Sam Darnold cards that I didn't sell, and if I did sell those 2, I probably could say, hey, I've done it 4 times now, but I just haven't been in the mood to list any sell anything.
Well, if they get to like the NFC Championship game, you might want to start moving.
Yeah, I probably will. But Daniel Jones probably was making people money to start the season.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you're still up on him. If you bought him before the season, even with him injured and them dropping, they got cut in half. Basically, like I looked at the silver PSA 10s and they went from $50 to $350, and now they're like $200. Mm-hmm. So like if you literally did nothing, you're still up 400% from or whatever, a couple 100% or whatever it is. It's crazy.
And I think at one time people were putting the kind of money into JJ McCarthy that more than Drake May. I mean, you can't ever pick them. Nobody has a crystal ball. I get it. And Jaden Daniels was the bomb last year and probably is still going to be good, but has some injuries. He's kind of giving me RG3 vibes, but
Jalen Hurts vibe.
Just because of the injury. Yeah, but Jalen Hurts plays.
Yeah, he's got a team around him, though, because when that team falls apart,
everyone hates worthless. Him. The dude won the Super Bowl, and no one still wants to buy his cards.
Correct, because he's not a good quarterback. He's just part of a system.
He played pretty well in the Super Bowl.
I think a lot of it has to do with the hate for the Eagles, too. I think if you're not an Eagles fan, you hate them. It's kind of like the Cowboys.
It's Chiefs, Cowboys, Patriots. It's like all those teams, like nobody gives a shit about those teams unless you're a fan of those teams. No one's rooting for those teams. Eagles are
who do y'all got in the Super Bowl?
It's wide ass open.
Yep.
I'm still sticking with my 2. I still have the Rams and the Bills.
I like that pick. Yeah. We've got some great football. Literally like
that good.
Thursday to Monday, we have
college
football playoffs and we have wild card weekend. It's incredible. Like
it's a really good setup.
My youngest son is like fired up. He's like, Dad, what time do you get off work? Because the games are going to start Thursday and Friday. I'm like, dude, you just relax. I'm
going to be eating a lot of chicken wings.
I got him one of those. We got him one of those double like Nerf basketball hoops that go on the back of your door. And like, so now all we hear is like, boom, boom. And like every time the ball hits the door, and I'm like, dude, it's 10 o'clock. You need to go to bed. But yeah, he's locked in on these playoffs.
I think, when it comes down to the playoffs, the two most important things about a team are how good is your defense at home? Not necessarily just how good is your defense, because some defenses are way better at home than on the road. And if you have home field advantage, how good is your defense at home? And then quarterback always plays something into it. Even if a quarterback struggles throughout the year or does great throughout the year, if they're not a playoff quarterback, and this is the thing, this reminds me of Seattle. Like Seattle's got a great defense and at home. Yeah. I don't know if I can say Seattle's going to go to the Super Bowl because I don't know if Sam Darnold, I think he's a good quarterback, but I don't know if he's that guy.
He has
a hard time.
He
has a hard time in the big games. He just has a hard time in the big games. So their defense always keeps him in it, but a lot of times he turns the ball over a lot.
Steve, who did win the fantasy league? I actually wasn't paying attention to this.
Cards and Comics, right?
Jason won it. All right,
Jason,
cool.
Cards and Comics. I think he won the gauntlet. I think he went undefeated.
He did.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then he beat Ziggy in the Super Bowl.
72 Dolphins, Jason, Cards and Comics in the fantasy league.
Right.
I missed that. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to it. That's cool.
He crushed everybody too. It wasn't even close.
If Houston gets any kind of somewhat solid play out of CJ Stroud, I would not be surprised if Houston.
Yeah, they're pretty dangerous.
To the AFC Championship and could win. Their defense is just so good. They dismantled the Bills this year, and I know. And again, like I said, playoff football is different. Quarterbacks are different, but that's why I don't necessarily know if I like the Patriots yet. They're a really well-rounded team, but I don't know if
I don't think they're there yet.
But if you look at the AFC, how many teams are there that's normally there? I mean, usually we're talking about the Chiefs and saying, yeah, they struggled in the preseason, but once they make the playoffs, they're the team.
Or the Ravens.
Josh Allen's got to do it this year.
This is his only window, I think.
And the defense is probably the worst defense they've had in years.
There's no wide receivers.
There's no Bengals. Yeah. There's no Ravens.
But he's got to do it. He's the guy that's been there. Like, he's got the playoff experience. He's got to get over the hump.
I bet you to start the season, if you generally asked who are the top 5 AFC teams, I bet you Bengals, Chiefs, and Ravens would have been an answer on a majority of people. I bet you 80% of people would have had those 3 teams in their top 5, and none of them are in the playoffs.
The fact that the Chiefs have done what they've done over the last 7 years and they didn't even make the playoffs this year is wild. That is wild stuff.
Broncos are good.
Yeah, Broncos are good. Tough to win in Denver. I saw that comment, and that's very true.
And again, it's what Bo Nix are you going to get? Because I feel like as a quarterback, he actually regressed this year. Like, I think he had a better rookie year than he had a second year, but he was still good enough to win. CJ Stroud, he had a great rookie year. He hasn't been the same since. So, he's another quarterback in there.
Pats have all the pieces, but it's just it's their first, like, can Drake May second year, is he going to take them all the way through? I don't know. Like, I think the playoffs are a whole different animal when you get to the playoffs.
I don't think they have the playmakers.
And he doesn't have a first round bye. Like in years past, the 1 and the 2 seed get the bye. And I think it's just the 1 seed that gets the bye now. So you got to play a wild card weekend as a 2 seed. That's kind of rough. I hate to say this for New England fans, but if you look at Brady's 7 titles, 6 in New England, he won the division like every friggin' year. That division sucked.
Oh.
So they had a bye. They had a first round bye like every single year. So, I mean, it's a lot easier to win a title or get to the Super Bowl when you don't have to play that extra game. And
let's talk about a quarterback. Let's talk about a quarterback that has struggled through the beginning of his career and now has been unlocked. Jacksonville.
Yeah, there you go.
Trevor Lawrence.
That's a great sleeper team right there.
We're not
Trevor
even
Lawrence is playing
Gino.
like the quarterback, like if you were like right now, name the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL, he might make the top 5. Now, people are going to look at his history and things like that, but I'm talking about playing right now, and I don't mean the playoffs. I'm talking about the last 10 weeks or last 8 weeks of the NFL season, who were the top 5 playing quarterbacks in the league. Trevor Lawrence has been crazy good.
Well, that's one of the hottest teams going into the playoffs as well.
It feels like a surprise because he's struggled since he's come into the NFL. But if you think back on his pedigree and the hype around him, and he was the next generational quarterback, quote unquote.
Signed a
It's not a
$275 million
surprise.
deal.
Yeah, it's kind of like it just finally is clicking for him. I think it has a lot to do with the head coach. He came from Tampa,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Unfortunately,
And
we're keeping our head coach another year. They told us today.
well, they brought in a veteran receiver to help him out. I mean, they had good playmaking young receivers, but you need a veteran receiver that can run your hot routes, keep you out of trouble when you're getting blitzed and things like that. And once Jacoby Myers joined that team trade deadline, like they just been good. The defense is good enough. I don't know. I was watching some. I don't watch a lot of tape. I don't watch a lot of tape unless I get really curious. And I was watching some Trevor Lawrence tape of some of his last 5 games. I was like, damn, he throws a good football.
Yeah. I saw some big Trevor Lawrence's out at the show, but nobody was.
And I've never really been a big Trevor Lawrence guy. I thought his body and frame was a little too small. I don't mean height wise. I thought he was a little too frail to play NFL quarterback, and he looked like a little kid when he came into the league. But I don't know. Maybe just maturing all the way around.
I like that it's wide open.
Hardly went up at all.
It's wide open.
Yeah, and I mean his silver prism and a 10, I think, is his main card you would want.
Who, Trevor?
Yeah, because it's got a horribly low 10.
It's actually, I mean,
gem rate.
it's like 1,000 on pop count, so it's not super rare, but the gem rate is terrible on it.
It's terrible for what for the time that it's come out and comparable to other players in the same set.
But again, unless you're really, really paying attention to the game and like playing fantasy and tracking stats and looking at teams that are coming out of nowhere and playing as good as Jacksonville are, you may not even be aware of the fact of how good Trevor Lawrence has been playing. And it's in Jacksonville again. When we talk sports cards and value of sports cards, a lot of it has to do with the market you play for. And Jacksonville's like one of the worst markets in the NFL.
Yeah,
from a fan base, from everything, from revenue. Like I remember when they had the Super Bowl in Jacksonville, and they were like, "We'll never have the Super Bowl here again."
People don't even like living there. So, I mean.
I think the Chargers are going to fight the Patriots a little bit. I think they'll fight them a little bit.
Chargers are a pretty good team. They just have offensive. That team is so much better when Joe Alt's playing. Like their offensive line is just troublesome. But
yep.
But they're a team that I think is going to be better in the future because I think they're really young and they got a good head coach and their offensive line will get right and will get healthy and they'll be a solid team for years to come.
In terms of card value, what QB benefits most from a Super Bowl win? Interesting question. Ham,
none of them.
You go first. None of them? No effect?
No, well, I mean, we don't really see the effect. It's the effect leading up, and then after everything drops.
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, the spec
Trevor Lawrence.
Spec money's usually always in. Well, the spec money really hits hard halfway through the playoffs when they're kind of making that run.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen could maybe just because everyone's kind of been like, he really, really needs one.
Drake May is already up. His cards are already really expensive. I would love to actually, that might be worth a video on its own. Drake May cards versus all these other guys. I'd just be curious to know because he's gone up so much this season, Mott's. I'd be interested to see kind of where he stacks up against a lot of these other guys. There's a lot of spec money on Drake May. A lot.
Come on, Sammy. What's your argument for Harbaugh stinks? I'm not a Harbaugh fan, but if someone's a good coach, I can say they're a good coach if I don't like them. Unless you really think that Jim Harbaugh isn't.
Jim Harbaugh is going to be looking for a job for about 5 years.
He coached San Francisco to a Super Bowl in like just a couple of years, right? With Colin Kaepernick. Was Colin Kaepernick his quarterback?
Oh, are you talking? Well, okay. Which one, John or Jim Harbaugh? Are we talking about?
I'll take either one on my team.
Oh, no kidding. They're both awesome.
But they're all successful. Jim's successful at both levels. With Michigan and with San Francisco, and he got a job back with the Chargers. I mean, and the team's solid.
Yeah, I'll have a new court. I'll have a new.
Okay, he just don't like him. That's fair. Oh, Buckeyes. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Keep our
Michigan.
team out of your
Yeah, we don't have to
now.
worry about him anymore now, though. He's not a
Bad attitude.
Michigan,
Jag
Ohio
fans
State.
here. We're
Keep
talking about how the
keep
Jags are a potential sleeper team. We're talking them
I
up.
was talking about. I think the Jags are good. I think they're secret. Yeah. think
I
their
actually feel
defense is
really good
enough.
being a Saints fan and not liking the Bucks. The fact that, well, first off, we lost, so the Bucks didn't get into the playoffs. But then also,
Thanks.
this guy that coaches the Jags,
leaves and
he was
then
basically
takes somebody there.
signed on. He was like he had re-signed with the Bucks, and then was like, actually,
Oh
last
no,
second-
that was an entire deal. I mean, he broke a rule. He lied
Yeah.
to the team.
yeah,
He
no,
flew
it
up
was
there on secret. They found out about it. Like this
like
was
in the middle, of the night he left.
it was
Who?
like a 4-episode sitcom.
What's the guy's name? The Jags coach,
Liam Cohen.
Cohen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he was
would
our
re-up
offensive
it. He would-
coordinator. He was technically going to be the replacement for Bowles, and the Glazers decided to keep Bowles as head coach. He was like, "I'm being offered this job because that guy that owns the Jag is calling him
question
on
for
the
him.
backside and saying,
So-
"Hey, I'll pay you to come here."
So I got a question for Brad with the John Harbaugh comment here and chat, but I know that Brad is from the area. Do you think that John Harbaugh, well, of course he doesn't lose his job if Tyler Luke makes that kick, but do you think he loses his job if they go to the playoffs and lose? Or do you think it depends on what round they go to the playoffs in? Of course, they're not going to fire him if they win that game because they're not going to fire him before going into the playoffs, right? It wouldn't make any damn sense.
I think
But
they
do you
let him
think-
go for
but
something
Didn't
else.
that answer the question itself of like, okay,
Yeah.
a kicker missed a kick, and the guy we've had here that's won for 18 years, we're gonna let him go? It's kind of like,
Yeah, but
Something else going
But
on.
but
Yeah.
let's just but that's what I'm saying. If the scenario was they go to the first round of the playoffs and lose, does he still lose his job?
yeah.
And if they win the first round of the playoffs, at what point? What do you think would have been the next straw to break the camel's back? Basically,
right?
So Brad says he thinks it was Super Bowl or bust.
I
Because of Lamar.
just think there was something going on with the front office and him, and I think it just kind of
I mean, when it ran its
slowly
course.
untied itself.
It,
Yeah.
it ran its course. I mean, all great coaches at some point lose their job either.
18 years. That's
Yeah.
it's a hell of a run.
Right. But I mean, if you look back at some of the great coaches, they parted ways with the team, whether it was on we agreed to terms or if it was just open public firing, even coaches like Jimmy Johnson, Bill Parcells that were good
Yeah.
at times,
mean,
Mike Holmgren.
What's the next longest tenured coach in the NFL right now?
Andy Reid, maybe?
Probably Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin.
Oh yeah,
Tomlin
by a
for
mile,
sure.
and then
Yeah.
Reid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it sounded like the writing was on the wall.
But I think that if Pittsburgh would have lost that game, I still think Tomlin would have a job. I don't think Pittsburgh's ever going to fire him.
I
He
agree.
would have to quit on his own. Or they would have one of those we came to a mutual agreement type things. It wouldn't be an open public firing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was basically two people saying F you and pointing at each other as they walk away.
Oh man. Yeah, rumors around here were, man, your Dolphins are going to get Lamar Jackson next year. And I'm like, what in what world do you think that's possible?
Yeah.
Like,
Y'all have
I
to
don't
pay
know.
Tua to not play football first.
The contracts are almost identical. So this people had like Tua's got signed 4 years, $220 million. And I think
52 million a year.
Lamar signed 5 years, $260 million. So Lamar's got an extra year and another 40 mil. But it's almost the same contract. And I think 176 or 186 of Tua's was guaranteed.
Yeah. The difference is they're two completely different quarterbacks.
Yeah, Sammy says Tua wants out, but somebody's got to want him at that price.
I just
And-
think the Dolphins are going to let
and they
him
gotta
go.
be able to, and they got to be able to trust his health.
It's still a lot of money on the cap, though.
It's
I just think
that's
they're
what
gonna
I'm
have to eat
saying. When Miami knew that when they signed that contract that they were locked into Tua for the longevity or for the length of that contract, and whether it was going to be great for the team or it was going to kill the team. He was the only free agent quarterback at the time. That's why I got the contract that he got. And, you know, we didn't have any options, and we rolled the dice on him. And now we're just going to have to.
I think we're going to see more.
Pay it forward till.
I think we're going to see more teams balk at that, though. You know, moving forward, I think teams are going to be less likely to hand out $50 million a year. I just don't think that because of this, man. I mean, it's like it just absolutely, unless it's going to be one of these like 2-year deals, like, hey, we'll pay you $50 million a year for two years. Then okay, then that's recoverable. But once you get a 4 or 5 year deal, it's like you're just screwed.
No, it depends on your quarterback, though. If you have if you believe that you have the next 10 years of your franchise,
but Tua hadn't shown enough, though.
No,
he
hadn't
shown enough.
But that's what I'm saying. The thing was that there was no other options, though. Like I hated when Miami signed him to that deal, but I also looked at it and was like, well, there's nobody else out there for us to sign to play quarterback. Because at the time, Tua was playing pretty good football. Now,
I'm just saying, you may as well go with friggin', you know, Andy Dalton, Teddy Bridgewater for $8 million a year, and just say, hey, we'll wait for there to be a better class, a better free agent, whatever.
Yeah, but that's easy to say when you don't already have the pieces in place, like a Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill and all these guys that they had signed to contracts with Tua.
Yeah, maybe that was
the team was already in place, right? So everybody was already locked in except for Tua, and we're like, if we sign our quarterback, we already have everybody else. This is our chance to make a run, and they gambled on that. It didn't really work. And then this year we had to fire sale our defense, which actually our defense got really good after the trade deadline, which makes 0 sense. We traded away our best pass rusher, and then all of a sudden we became awesome on defense. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Trey Johnson. I don't know who that is.
Trey Johnson?
Who's that?
I know who Tez Johnson is, but he plays for the Bucks.
We don't know who this is, but
Trey Johnson is the rookie. I don't know if it's rookie or second year guard for the Bulls.
Invest is you mean speculate? No. Speculate, and
then my answer is no.
I mean, to be fair, his stuff is probably like $5, so it's not like I don't think you're spending more money to get in on Trey Johnson.
So I told you guys, my brother got a Topps Chrome box, I think from the Target website that he pre-ordered months ago. I think he forgot he was even going to get them. Some sort of, I don't know what the pack or the boxes were called. And he got one, and he sends me a picture of, and I'm not up to speed on basketball, but he sends me a picture of was it Dylan Harper?
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of refractor numbered out of 25. And he was like, is this worth any money? Because there's a guy on eBay that wants to give me a couple $100 for it. And I'm like, I really don't know. And I had to explain to him, because my brother doesn't do buying and selling of cards. He's been out of it for a long time. And I'm kind of like, you just kind of like go to 130 point and things like that and see what something like that is kind of selling for. But he can't find, it's numbered out of 25. It's hard to find a direct comp. So that makes it even more difficult for somebody who doesn't know how to play the comp game. But I was like, how are you going to get one box and like pull that? Because I feel like that is probably a good card.
Yeah, number to 25. That's a good pull out of a blaster.
Oh yeah, Trey Johnson's Wizards. I was thinking of Trey Jones as Bulls.
Well, now Trey Young's on the Wiz. They got the Trey.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting trees. Shooting trees.
He sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. I don't know
who it was. Dylan Harper.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of refractor that is. You can't really see it on my phone.
Turn your phone the other way. There you go.
It's orange. It's orange. It looks like basketball colors.
Looks like it's the basketball one.
Yeah, I think that's just an SSP. I don't think that's numbered.
Yeah,
it's numbered. It has 21 of 25 up here in the corner.
Oh, it is numbered.
Yeah,
it's probably an exclusive to retail.
Maybe.
I don't know. There's so many parallels now. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's orange with it looks like a basketball basically. Yeah, basketball design.
All right, boys. Well, we can wrap it up if we're running out of topics here. We're an hour, 20 minutes in. Is there anything else that we wanted to cover before we log off? It's been like first week back at work, so busy week, probably for all of us. So anything else that we want to touch on before we land this plane?
I'm trying to think. Did anything crazy happen between the last time we recorded? Beckett had sold already, right? When we recorded last time?
Yeah. No, we had to talk
I think
about
that just happened.
Yeah, we talked about Beckett selling. I think we talked about that like 2 live streams ago. Because remember, I was like, do you think PSA just bought them so that they would, because of
Yeah, we were going back
another
and forth
type
on it.
to buy their competition because they just had all this shit happen, and you were like, it takes longer than a month to do a deal, Steve. That's a ridiculous take. And I was like, I know. I'm
Oh,
just.
that's right.
You remember that?
Now I do.
They haven't even signed everything, Steve.
They haven't. The ink's still wet.
They're still in the rescission period. Come on.
We're still waiting for the facts.
Facts.
Fax it over.
Facts. All right, guys. Well, then we will go ahead and wrap it up. We'll end with Mott's here. Anyone tried the Authority yet? Only dabbled with EPAC and their ComC partnership in the past. I honestly don't know what the Authority is.
It's a new grading company that's associated with Upper Deck.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right. We got a second one we'll answer here. Topps Chrome Basketball to ease your concerns about a Panini-less market.
I don't know that I was concerned to begin with.
Yeah, I don't think that there was concerns as far as, good product, because Topps has been, the flagship for years before Panini, when Panini was doing soccer stickers in Europe. So it's like
these are both competent companies.
But
yeah.
Now it doesn't ease my thoughts on pricing and being able to acquire product.
We need the old star back, the old star cards. They need to come on back. We need a classic. Remember the old LSU classic card?
Who owns those brands? Yeah, who owns those brands right now?
I remember as a kid seeing the Shaq LSU, like the dunk card, the classic card. I was like, damn, I'm never going to be able to afford that card. Card was unbelievable.
Oh yeah, there's a comment, and I was arguing with some people who was acting like
that's awesome.
The auto one.
That's the auto. Is that?
Oh, is that pack pulled?
No, they came like this.
It's certified by Ken Golden.
I got this at a yard sale.
That's certified by Ken Golden.
Yeah, if you look right here where the ball is, that's his fingerprint with some of the Sharpie on it.
Why does it say 513 out of 250? Ham, did you write that?
They did
2,500.
2,500.
2,500.
I didn't see that card on the King of Collectibles show, Ham.
Super rare.
There's so I was talking with some people the other day about GameStop, and because the GameStop in my town closed, and they were like, "Oh, all GameStops are closed," and I was like, "There's no way!" Like I was arguing with them because I hadn't seen that a bunch of them were closing, and I was like, "I grade my cards with GameStop." I think I said I believe that their business and their deal with Collectors Universe is enough to keep them afloat. Just that alone, and people were looking at me. They have no idea who Collectors Universe. I'm talking to people that aren't in the sports card hobby, just random people from work or something. And then I think I saw a post or something today where GameStop is planning on closing 200 more stores. So I guess.
Well, it was in my video today, Steve. Thanks for watching.
I'm still trying to catch up. I'm still trying to catch up
somewhere.
I'm still trying to catch up on Stranger Things. I'm still trying to catch up on Stranger Things, man. I don't have time to watch your videos.
I think GameStop has like 3,000 plus stores. Closing 200 really isn't like.
Well, so here's the other thing is I didn't realize this. The other thing that it said in one of these articles was they actually closed 590 stores in 2025. So it's like 200 more. They've been closing a lot of stores. I didn't realize that. So like they're actively closing stores and optimizing.
I looked at the list of the ones closing around me, and I was not surprised by any of the ones listed on there.
They're usually small shitty stores in a high rent place.
So what happened?
It was not even that. Like some of the ones that I was looking at were like not in the best areas of where you'd want to have a store. Like I'm sure you're not getting a lot of consumer traffic.
You can say ghetto on
the one I go to is in a good area, but what would happen, like for instance, if you were, and maybe Dustin, maybe you already covered this, so you might already know the answer. Say you sent in a bulk order.
You gotta watch the video.
A bulk order. Say you sent in a bulk order through GameStop, and with the grading turnaround times being so long right now, what happened if the store that you submitted them through closed, And
That's an excellent question, Steve.
Would
It gets
they then,
rerouted to the next closest store.
okay, I mean that could be close for some people.
Neo's also on the board of GameStop as well, so he can tell you.
Oh, were you
I have
involved
zero-
in
I
that
have $0
Robinhood?
invested in
Were you
GME.
involved in that Robinhood
No,
insider
unless it's
trading
like a
a couple years ago?
401k or something.
You're freezing up a little bit, Neo, down there in the
I
basement.
didn't know if that was just me. I saw that he was lagging.
Oh,
a
I
little
am?
bit earlier.
Yeah, you're kind of 8-bit tonight. I don't know
Yeah,
what's going on.
Yeah, you were
A
falling
little
off
Max
a little
Headroom
bit.
action.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
It's all
Are the
good.
Cavs
It's all
playing?
good. Did you pay the
No.
internet bill?
No,
Did you pay the electric bill?
I didn't even have a Cavs game
Are you-
streaming tonight.
You messing on the internet?
1 out of 2 GameStops closing in my town. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. They can't all work.
I mean, there's only one in my town. In my town, for the state that I live in, is considered a busy town. So now, and the one in the capital city of this has been closed for a long time. So now I have to go to the beach area further down where there's a GameStop. But
I mean,
Like,
honestly,
what-
if they had not shipped it to trading cards, they might all be closed.
right.
You know, like
Well, that was my argument with my friends. I was like, nah, they do enough in sports cards and stuff to keep themselves afloat without even selling games anymore. They could be called Card Stop. But
It might be.
yeah. But I was just
Probably
wondering
gonna-
if that would happen.
probably
Did you
gonna
cover
cover that
did you cover
Pokemon
that in your
card.
did you cover that in your video?
I glossed over it the last couple of minutes of today's video. Yeah. Because there's not a lot of information. It was basically like an SEC filing in December where they said they're closing 200 stores. But then I didn't realize that they had closed like 600 stores in 2025. So that's kind of the part that I hit on. But yeah, I didn't realize they'd closed that many. So there you go. So maybe GameStop is not buying PSA if they're closing down half their stores or whatever. They still have a ton of stores.
They're trying to get revenue.
They're building. Yeah, they're building up.
Consolidating. Yeah.
That's okay, Crazy Kev. That's okay, Crazy Kev. Arrived. Stuff can get bottlenecked at that opening area. He says he subbed 5 cards at GameStop that have been stuck on Arrived since December 1st. But, Arrived means at least PSA has received them and they've scanned them in, but they haven't started them into the process other than that process yet. At least they're acknowledging that they have your cards. That way, if something happens, you can't say they were lost to the mail system or anything.
All right, boys. I have got to wrap. We're 90 minutes in. Thank you, everybody, for showing up for our bi-weekly episode. Another off-centered in the books. Maybe we'll have some more dramatic things to hit on. I'm sure there will be something here over the next couple of weeks, and we'll make sure to dive right in. All right, boys. See you next time.
See ya.